Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for everything Charleston. I'm Ashley Meservey. It's Medical Monday at East Cooper Medical Center, and today we're learning the facts about picky eaters and what to consider if your child turns mealtime into a meltdown.
Medical Monday, sponsored by East Cooper Medical Center.
Today I'm joined by Becky Doolittle McFalls. She is an outpatient rehab manager here at East Cooper Medical Center and also an occupational therapist. Where are we right now, though?
Well, right now we're up on the 5th floor of East Cooper Hospital in our pediatric rehab department.
Okay, and so what happens here?
Well, we have occupational, physical, and speech therapists that help children really from birth through the age of 18 with any kind of developmental glitches that require skilled intervention.
Well, today we're actually going to talk about picky eaters. I know the parents at home probably have had a few issues with that. First off, what is a picky eater?
Well, I think you can probably ask any of those parents what a picky eater is, because they sit around the table with them 3 times a day. It's epidemic, the number of kids and number of parents that come and say, I can't get them to eat anything. But from a clinical level, we would consider someone that needed our skilled intervention to be a child that's eating less than 5 foods.
Oh, okay.
So the kid that's stuck on
Macaroni and cheese and chicken fingers.
And, Intimate muffins, and they have to have only one particular brand and one particular style and are really having a hard time branching out for a number of reasons.
So what are some of the things, okay, you said the 5, only having 5.
Right.
So they just need 5, but are there different food groups or?
Well, it's really just someone that's showing a defined restriction in accepting different nutritional input.
Okay.
Because all kids go through a picky stage of life. Being picky and learning to eat is a challenge in and of itself. And really it starts when the baby's in the womb. Research is really showing that kids learn almost a flavor profile from what mom eats. And then it's really knowing when to start introducing solids, when to help a child expand their textures and their ability to accept additional foods.
Well, I was thinking about this, back when I was growing up, parents would just say, all right, well then you don't eat, But I'm noticing more and more stories about kids who have certain issues with, texture and all kinds of, what are you seeing?
Well, we're seeing, we're seeing somewhat of a sterile food environment when kids are little. All these little pouches and things like that. You don't see these kids that are just covered in their mashed potatoes or covered in pureed carrots because, they have these little neat pouches and mom
Which I love. I love the applesauce and stuff. It's so convenient.
But it really doesn't, and they become such good convenience foods that all of our processed convenience foods are very neat and sterile. So kids, first off, don't get messy. And one of our first introductions to food is just getting messy and smelling it and feeling it before we ever have the challenge of having to manipulate it in our mouth and swallow it into our tummy. So kids are skipping that phase, and we're keeping kids nice and neat and clean when really they need to be bathing in their carrots.
Oh, I'm sure the parents are going to love that.
And because of lots of things within our modern lifestyle that has decreased.
So for the parents out there who say, you know what, that's my kid, I need to get in there, where do they go for help?
Well, they can call us over here at the Pediatric Rehab Center, and our first treatment session is going to start on the phone. We're going to hear a little bit more about your concerns for your child, do a little bit of an intake, and then if we think that we have something to offer to expand their food choices or give you peace of mind that they are developing on a track that's typical, then we can bring them in for an evaluation.
And you can handle it, right?
We hope so.
Take care of it.
Right.
For more information on East Cooper Medical Center, visit them online at eastcoopermedctr.com.